Now we go to videos. This is the old shit. This is the new shit. Mr. Mark Dornan, father of Mary Dornan. I don't know if your son's name is Mike, but damn, I'll definitely show him how to kill. He'll go kill for his sister with me. I have other people I need to talk to, but like Mary would be one of them. How's it going, bro? You decided to keep it strictly business? Oh, nope, there's the picture. August 1st. August 31st. Maybe I held on to it too long. You know, you got your dogs. That guy doesn't look like that guy unless you got... Oh, this was last year? Okay. Whatever. Huh. Like, do you even care? You shut up those Starwave shits to literally spy on everybody here. Mostly the Ukrainians to feed the Russians. The Starlinks, right? Everybody gets free cell phones, right? Now we can track every cell phone in the area. Ha 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 ha. Wow. No, I'm good. Haha. Yo, look. The storm. So, what black chick you talking about? You're talking about Sierra Sage? How did Rachel Sombrano become Storm? That bitch is actually white. Like, are you saying she's black? For what reason? Like, if you're saying she's black when she's white as shit, like, the issue becomes that you're being racist probably because she likes somebody of color. She's married to a Hispanic dude named Kane. Hope he smokes you. Like, she said she was married, right? Okay, she didn't say she was married to who? Like, yeah, I don't really know what to say. She always explained that shit to me. Here, check it out. This is work safe. This was Sierra before the horrible quiching plus the implants, right? Notice it's a hoodie I've made. Is this what's getting her in trouble? Notice it matches her phone. I have no skills or talent. Hee, I can sing. Damn, bro, if only the cops were bringing you in like that. We could actually be dealing with some other shit in our lives. I don't care what this is. Yup, that was like, is this for the cops? Is that what you're saying? In the event we have you completely arrested, haha. Oh look, wasn't I talking about this? We were all talking about this. Fuck it. Is this even real? Like, you can pretend to be smart, you can steal, but it's all cool. Check it out. This guy eats hemlock and dies rather than recant. That guy talks about the cave and fake creation. This guy is the guy who carries on this guy, also does a lot of talking out in where this guy was. He teaches this guy teaches Euclid. This guy also conquers most of the known world, would have gone on to conquer more if it wasn't for the Opus speech. And the Opus speech is just a sign that everybody had had enough anyway. Oh look, 2 years ago, brown of hair, brown of eye. Or at least originally brown of eye and fading to blue, because she's going through some shit. You can call it the Opus speech, you can call it the Opus mutiny. Bottom line, this guy didn't wake up the next day. Pause it for a second. Here.
I'll begin as is right with my father, Philip. When he found you were wearing hides, tending a few sheep on the mountain slopes, you could barely defend them from your neighbors. Under him, you began living in cities, explored and hunted, and he turned you from slaves into rulers of those very barbarians who used to plunder your land. Conquered most of Thrace, taking the best harbors so there was trade and prosperity.
I'm glad there are so many subtitles.
The Thessalians, they used to terrify you. Well, we rule them now. The Athenians and Thebans, always looking for a chance to attack Macedonia, were so humble, myself playing my small part in the war, that they no longer take tribute from Macedonia, but instead depend upon us for their protection. My father went to the Peloponnese and put their house in order. And he declared supreme commander of all the Greeks in the campaign against the Persians, an honor not just for himself, but for all Macedonia. This is what my father Philip did to you. Great enough on his own, but small compared to what you've gained from me. I crossed the Hellespont, even though back then the Persians still commanded the sea. I defeated the satraps, the great King Darius, and made you rulers of Ionia, Aeolus, Phrygia, and Lydia, and took Miletus by siege. The rest of the land surrendered willingly, and their wealth became yours. All the riches of Egypt and Cyrene, which I won without a fight, are yours now. Syria, Palestine, Mesopotamia, Babylonia, all belong to you. The wealth of Lydia, the treasures of Persia, the jewels of India, and the outer sea. You are now satraps. You are generals and captains. What have I held back for myself apart from this purple cloak and diadem? Nothing. No man can point to my riches. Only the things I hold.
I have nothing.
And what would I do with them anyway? I eat what you eat. I get no more rest than you. Many times I have spent the night on watch so that you could sleep soundly. Who among you believes he's worked harder for me than I have for him? Come on. If you've got scars, strip and show them to me. I'll show you mine. There isn't one part of my body, the front at least, that doesn't bear a wound. My body's covered in scars from every weapon you can think of. Swords, arrows, stones, clubs. All for the sake of your lives, your glory, and your wealth. And yet here I still am, leading you, as conqueror of land and sea, rivers, mountains, and the plains. We've celebrated our weddings together. Many of your children will be cousins of my own. I've paid off your debts without asking how you got them, even though you're paid well enough and pillage every city we take. Many of you wear golden crowns, badges of courage and honor given you by me. Any one of us is killed, who met a glorious end, we buried with full honors. Many now stand immortalized by bronze statues in Macedonia. Their families are honored and pay no taxes. Under my command, not one man has been killed fleeing the enemy. And now, I wanted to send back some of you who've been wounded or crippled, or have grown old, to be welcomed back home as heroes. But since you all wish to go, then all of you, go! Go home and tell them that your king, Alexander, conqueror of the Persians, Medes, Bactrians, and Scythians, who now rules over the Parthians, Chorasmians, and Hyrcanians as far as the Caspian Sea, who's marched over the mountains of the Hindu Kush, crossed the Oxus and Tanais rivers, even the Indus, first to cross it since Dionysus himself. I would have crossed my faces too if you had cowered in fear. Sailed into the great sea from the mouth of the Indus, who crossed the desert of Gedrosia, where no one had ever led an army, who took Carmenia, while my fleet sailed the Persian Gulf. When you get home, you tell them that when you made it back to Susa, you abandoned him and went home, leaving him under the protection of the foreigners you'd conquered. Perhaps this report of yours will seem glorious in the eyes of men, and worthy in the eyes of the gods. Be gone!
Once again, you can't look at a whole bunch of armed guys and talk shit too hard. But once again, this was it for him. They're like, oh, no, we're done here.
Thank you to all the Patreon supporters who helped create this video. If you'd like exclusive early access to video,
Like, you can always go further. It's almost 4 a.m. Are you really getting fucked with? It's almost 4 a.m. Really? Which Nicole's hat? Okay, that's the one I wanted to hear about. Yo, fuck you. Nah, kill yourself. Think about the things you've done. Think about how you're trying to play it off either way. Think about how sometimes it works, because holy shit, will you take it far? And think about how I'm like, nah. It's just going to end bad for everybody, and you keep propelling that, so fuck it. Think about how you're like, I'll trade you your 2 empire for these 2 little girls. And I was like, I don't think you understand what's going to happen, but you're free to try to do whatever you want, and I wouldn't suggest it, and there's always consequences and repercussions. Oh, is that the Dubanian? No. Is it Kodic? No. Is it Musk himself? Musk, why'd you kick away the brown eye? If like for what? Because I didn't want to be a coward. You didn't want to be a coward? So you went extra hard on her to say, ha ha ha, that's how cruel I am? Holy shit. Hey, guess what? Are you prepared for me to go, ha ha ha, this is how cruel I am, when I'm super articulate and able to command all sorts of knowledge? Okay, so who's ready to die now? Because I can make this happen. Nobody want to own up to this now? Is it Rob Robinson? Somebody cut off their nose to spite their face? Rob, you're like, I was in the military. Fuck it. Was it Desert Storm, Rob? Because there was no Vietnam for you. Most of the people I knew from Vietnam already died maybe 10, 15 years ago. Give me a second, Rob. I'll pull you up. You know what it is, damn Sam. Why is this happening? You used drugs to get to girls, and then you were cruel to them on top of it. See? Simple answer. I'm listening, Rob. I love rebuttals. But, yo, Rob, I want you to know, couldn't find you, but I could find you. Oh, look, it's Burton. How about that? Everybody high as shit. Look at how quickly this was put together. Not even one cast, but you know, whatever. If we need to set up more of them, it'll be easy. You just put them together. So once again, Rob Burton. Burton can't run. He's lost his legs. Looks fucked up. Vertebrae over here fucked up. You hate getting caught by Kashis. That's why in the current pictures you look like you've aged damn near 50 to 75 years. Yep, but hey, I'm not your friend, they're not your friend, and you didn't help me with what I wanted. Holy shit, you realize you're right. Remember, Rob, when you refused to help me, that's what you asked for. Oh my god. Oh, that makes you cry? No, it doesn't. You asked for mad pussy instead. Yeah. Deal with your repercussions, but realize how many people you fucked up as somebody who was in the military at one point. Look at Rock and Roll Resort. Alex Gray, his wife. If I remember the year. If not, good for them for rehabilitating, because holy shit were they broken. They're looking pretty healthy and stout right now, which is unlikely. You know, a couple Dubanians, a little bit of age, find somebody with more, like, this hair, not gray, and full on? What? Cosm ran out of money, bro. This was years ago. His medical bills covered it, if nothing else. That's why pieces of shit like this, and pieces of shit turn up pieces of shit like me, fucking, like, that's why we're on government payroll to be taken care of. If you were a vet, if you get VA, along with hustling, because fuck it, military got me around, I met some people, and now the drugs flow continuously. It's not an old school, like, let me turn this down, because it's maxed out. Like, alright, Rob, you were in the Navy? Okay. You go from shore to shore. in like, you can take things on the ship. You're not supposed to take women. If you take women, it's never spoken of, right? Even in the integration of the Navy, if that bitch is openly a woman on ship, platoon, right? Okay. So, now that you've gotten used to looking at a woman and being like, yeah, as a person with genitals, I respect you as an equal. Take this rape as well as with me and these other dudes, because we got to make it happen. Like, that's kind of fucked up. Rob, do you know what happens when you do this to a person? Like, regardless, like it really is. Like, in the grand scheme, it's just reverse snoo. She's in the military, you're in the military. You know what's funny? She doesn't have to do the whole platoon. That's not necessarily something that happens. Do you know what's funny about doing the whole platoon? Like, we've conquered your village, learn to deal shit. Usually, kill the person afterwards, unless they're super hot. If the person's super hot and it's not going to the person in charge, then it wasn't that hot and everybody's out to fight for themselves. Okay, with that said, if the person in charge looks at that hot chick and goes, "What the fuck happened to you?" people are going to get hurt. In English society, lots can happen with a fucked up psycho night. You know what's funny? It never ends with these buggering bastards. Sodomy! Dude, like, you guys are insane. Anyway, so with that in mind, that is the continuous mode of war. That is why people who go further down the line into people like Muslims and people who take war brides are like, yeah, you put it in her butt, no big deal, because it's not rape in the grand sense of ripping somebody's virginity apart. In the grand sense of you rip somebody's virginity apart, better get married, but if you do it a lot, fucking better get married a lot. If you come on to something secondhand, guess what? That's up for everybody, bitches a whore. Like, kill yourselves. Like, you wanna know what? The alternative to killing yourselves, like, is, holy shit. We can put that up for a minute. Here you go. Vicious play. Just a black box. I bet you it loads. It might take a minute, but I bet you it loads. There you go. That is the other option. Like, Rob, 10 years ago when I got the fuck out, and you're like 1 or 2 years later taking this picture, you hope to never see me again, right? You thought the government mind wiped me, right? I still fucked Burton up and cost him lots of money. You help him bail out, he rat on you? That's Burton admitting to the ratting. Well, does he still go to Damn Sam events? You can't believe Burton ratted. You notice I didn't rat, I just fucked everybody's shit up and said, what the fuck is going on? Then they ratted on me, and I said, I ain't steal shit, but that's all I'm saying. You can go check for people, though. Did they have a warrant? Who knows? But I do know that the laws have changed based on who has what drugs. I do know that the laws have also changed on other things. Like, you know what? Like, you can't search and seizure without a warrant, but who knows what it was, because they dragged my ass off because I wanted to drink some water. It's a long 15-mile walk from this guy's house, namely me, who does a lot of this and a lot of pew 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 if I really have to, but I'm really more of the stabby 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 with the, you know, knife on the blade with the thumb on the really blunt end. This guy lived like 15 miles away from me. No big deal. What's funny, 15 miles there, 15 miles back, fucking Sacco. Also, very pissed off. Okay, Rob, let's have some serious talk right now. Rob, in the grand scheme of, I've done a lot of drugs with a lot of stupid bitches, ha 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 ha, and now I've had the prettiest girls at the ball multiple times. Do you think this is warranted? Cool, bro. Go hang yourself. Remember to piss all over the floor, and I'll see you never. Burton, you have somehow escaped death and look like the grave. Continue on, wasting away. I'll throw you out of the chair and stomp your brainstem later. If Nikki cries, I'll remind her of her kids and then kill them too and say, Nikki, now that I've killed all your kids, all your family, and Brad, is there any way you can remember them? Now, like, oh, Rob actually went to go hang himself. Smart, Rob. See ya. If nothing else, mentally, Rob, but you know what? Eventually the physical will catch up to you. If you go for like, hey, I'm at the door, Rob. Well, I got to put on this noose. You can figure out the door. I assure you, I'll get to you unless you do the neck snap technique. And trust me, in the grand scheme of what it is to hang, you'd be better off bungee jumping with an actual rope around your neck and letting it snap off than trying to do it the slow way with a wire or something. Because if it doesn't kill you, it's gonna hurt so fucking bad you'll never understand why you'd prefer to be dead, especially if you do something fucked up like autoerotic asphyxiation and losing, where you then proceed to struggle to get out of whatever stupid precarious situation you cummed yourself into. Burton, you are rolling around in a wheelchair that usually needs batteries at this point. That means your arms don't work. You can't run too far. You can't get in a car. I just have to locate you. If you're still at the Vly, which I believe is where Nikki and Brad live some of the time, but you live some of the time too, because hey, everybody's broke, fuck it. Because that would allow for people like her to see the little piece of shit spawns you guys forced out of her with multiple people. Oh look, I'm gone. Like, give me a second. I have this actually tagged. Like Burton. Oh damn. I might be running low on memory because this shit is still running. All right, let's try to cut this down. There's other ways we can cut this down. We're gonna get rid of Sierra, this tattoo. There's two of those. Okay. Yeah. Remember these people. Remember these people. These people. Okay, Burton. Now, most of these people are your blood, right? This bitch tried to ride my dick. This bitch definitely rode my dick. These two are Tresvik spawn. They'll probably do it anyway. You know what's funny? If this bitch so much as cracks up, I can't frown after this motherfucker has broken every bone in his body and hers, because when he broke some of her bones, including this hand, which has actually got a weak wrist because it's not reaching and holding the chest up of the child who's reaching for the covered container, that's probably alcohol, because fuck it, like, it's gonna be bad. You know why? Because the minute this bitch does not smile for me in a genuine way, anybody who's in this room is gonna die. I was gonna take this little shit so he didn't have to become the little child prostitute he is. Gary Coleman, if you don't know what it is to be this guy in one way or another because you're not looking him in the eye, I would be surprised. Alright, so I'm gonna pull this up just so we can all be here, Burton. Now, this is not my child. This is a child. None of these are mine. This, as far as I'm concerned, Lincoln's, maybe somebody else's. There's a lot of meth here. Keeping this bitch going to keep with this psycho has this psycho just like, why aren't we all dead yet? Only remind him, I got a lot of shit to do to ensure I get rid of this guy, these guys, and all the guys that produce this. That also includes this person. The father of Caitlin Katsarios. And there I go again. Let's see if this works. Alright, on the assumption I can have you up. This should actually work easier, but whatever. Here, Billy, we can all be on the same side of the screen. Who's saying don't put me next to Billy? Billy, did you finally wise up to the fact that Burton's like crippled and you could kick his ass? Haha. How do you feel about that, Burton? Remember when I showed up and this guy could no longer be around because it physically hurt him for some reason that he couldn't own up to? Yeah, it makes you feel like a dumbass even more, right? Every single time. Kill yourself. Yeah, I try to be consistent with it. Alright, so we've cut all the pictures down. I'm gonna get out of that. That's a couple billion pixels. I'm a big dude. I was still in the background, just shocked and amazed that I was still in the background. Okay. Oh, and now he's gone. Well, there you go. It's unfortunate we can't all be on screen, but I think you guys get the idea. Now that we're back to this, which happens, you want to know what's really upsetting about this, Billy? Because I'll bring you back to kill you again. I can't. Like, there's nothing I can do. It just said there's nothing to show. Oh, what's this? What's this? Look at this. Look at that. Look at what happened over here. Collection. Albums. You trying to see everything, bro? Some wild shit, right? A little excitement. Yeah. Like, as I sit here, it's important to know people care. Obviously, people care in one way or the other. Why? I don't know. Usually they care about themselves, but usually they anticipate one person is never this destructive with their careers, livelihoods, monies, fortunes, wealth, or genetic hegemony. So, yeah. Okay, one more second. Oh. Let's see now. There's the copyright. Oh, no restrictions. Thank you. Maybe her estate cares. Like, yeah, if you guys get money, I don't care. I'm not making money from this. If it turns out I'm making lots of money and I don't get to see it, fuck it. Like, what does it matter? It wasn't money I had anyway, and you'd have taken your cut anyway. Alright, so here. We'll do this again.